So, now another thing is you're putting your own hobbies and your own interests to one side completely. Does that happen? There are so many things you want to do, but your own hobby, your own interest, you don't take part. Because why? Yeah, don't do this because of this other person's codependent behavior. And you have to change that because you have to stop fearing rejection. Because everything is based on this person's approval. If he says it's good, it's good. If she says it's not good, it's not good. And that is going to go on and on the blame game. And in the long run, let me tell you, it will not be good for the mentally ill person also. Because the day you die, when this person is going to behave like that with somebody else, he or she is not going to tolerate it. With you, they can do it because you're the father, you're the mother, you're the uncle, you're the aunt, you're the son. The day you're not there, that's it. No relative is going to come and tolerate this nonsense. They say, bhai, isko home mein dal do, ab bahut ho gaya hai. And I don't think we want that to happen. We want everybody to be empowered, self-independent. 80% of the time, the medicines do work. Again, I'm saying 80% of the time. I don't know the exact figure. But medicines do work. I'm taking medicines every day. I have to take medicines every day, otherwise I will get a relapse. They do work. But again, with medicines is the awareness that yes, I'm being codependent. I'm making this other person do it for me. Why? Because he's doing it. Because I will do it after 1 hour. This person will do it after 10 minutes. So if somebody is doing work, another important thing, if somebody who has mental illness in your family is doing work but is doing it late, wait then. Wait. Suppose the person says, I will fold my clothes and put it by 5 o'clock in the evening. Let the clothes lie on the bed. Yeah, don't argue. Let it lie there. Don't go rushing. No, don't say anything. You say, good. Yeah. What we do is, we rush because we can't see the clothes lying on the bed. We go and fold it and put it inside. Now what have you done? You have not allowed him to do what he said.
You're blocking.
You're preventing the person from being independent. When somebody says they're going to do it in 1 day or 2 days or half a day or 3 days, give them that time. Because believe me, in mental illness, we are not as swift as you. We are not as quick as you. We are slow. Okay? And we do forget. Okay? So this is, but of course if they say they'll do it by 5 and then they don't do it, then you have to see, then keep a note of it. Instead of yelling, keep a note of it. Because when you make a note of things, then there is evidence. Keep a note of it and tell him the next day you said this but you didn't do it. That's all. Don't shout. Don't shout. Just tell calmly. Don't abuse. Just say you said you would fold your clothes but you didn't do it. That's calmly. And it works. Slowly and steadily that person will do their own work. And after doing their own work, they should be able to do somebody else's work also, according to me. But you will... For doing their own work? Yes. Yes. Yes, you have to appreciate. You say, great, you have fulfilled your commitment. You know? So, let's go. 1 minute you must do before you want to stop codependency is to admit that you're codependent. That there is a codependency in the relationship. It happens because of the illness. Now, I'll give you an example. We can go out of this. Because we can go out of this. Why has the codependency happened? Because we are in a dysfunctional home. The home has become dysfunctional. Why has it become dysfunctional? Because there has been a mental illness with someone in the family. That person doesn't know what they are talking. There's a mixture of reality and truth. There's a twisting of the truth. There's a mind reading. There are all sorts of allegations. And the whole thing has become so complex that now this person is not able to do anything on their own, they blame you, and you have been looking after them for 6 months to 1 year, and now this person has decided that ab ho gaya hai. Now this person is in your house is 57. Now he feels 57, what job am I going to get? Nothing. So let me just take my medicines, watch TV and do bud. I'm a man, so I shouldn't be cooking. I'm a man, so I shouldn't be washing clothes. I'm a man, so I shouldn't be folding. My job was to earn money, but even now nobody is going to give a job to a 57-year-old man. Does he feel there's a role for him beyond just going to earn money? There could be a role for him. Talking to people in the family, helping out with, say, buying vegetables. Yeah. So, we'll come to how we can solve that problem. Before this, I must share with you that I had a very codependent relationship with my son, who's 22 years old, and who just moved out last week, and he's staying on his own, which I requested him to do. Because I'm going to go for a holiday day after tomorrow and come back after 50 days. Okay? And he had a habit of getting up late at 2 o'clock. But he's otherwise perfectly normal. There's no mental illness. Okay? But if there's no college, he'll get up at 2 o'clock. He's clean his room once in 15 days. And all those things. Then I would go and fold his clothes. Though I'm the one with mental illness, I realized I was totally codependent on him. Morning, noon and night, I would be only thinking about my son. Not about my husband, not about anybody. Did he go to college? Has he eaten? And he's 22 years old. He can easily look after himself. Right? And he can. Today I was excited in the morning. I tried to call him up. He's not living with me. And his phone was switched off. Then I found out I said he will reach college late. He was in college 15 minutes before time. Without me. So my husband said, see, it's working. He reached college. I didn't wake him up. I didn't give him breakfast. I didn't shout at him in the morning. I didn't scream at him in the morning. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Right? Now, this can be a failure or a success. I'm not saying it's a success or it's a failure. I'm just saying that it's an experiment. He has reached college on time today. I don't know about tomorrow, day after. But ultimately, a person should be able to get up on their own. People with mental illness don't get up. Why? They are medicated. They keep sleeping, and they have an excuse also. They don't push themselves to come out of the medication and to get up. The medication makes you drowsy, am I right? So codependency is, if somebody has mental illness and you're codependent with them, you need to realize that when you are gone away, passed away, that person will suffer because you have not made them independent of you. And that you need to do by waiting for them to do work, waiting for them to do their own work, making them do it, letting them suffer a bit. Let the clothes lie on the bed. He or she is not going to sleep on it. They will lift it up and so you need a lot of patience and tolerance. What I'm trying to tell you is a very hard choice. It's not an easy choice. Because there will be a lot of pitfalls on the way and you will be thinking that I have made a mistake. It won't happen. But it can happen. It has happened to me. I do all my work myself. And I try, mostly I always pray to God that till my end of my days, I should be able to do my work myself. That's the most important thing. Because the moment you have an expectation from somebody, you are going to be disappointed. The moment I expect that you will do something for me, or you will do something for me, or X will do something for me, I'm going to be disappointed. If somebody forgets to pack their toothbrush, let them not brush their teeth. Next time they will pack it. Don't even go and check to see if the toothbrush is there. Don't even ask. I'm just giving a suitcase example. It can be anything. So if they forget, They will learn by not taking it. If we keep helping them, when will they be able to stand on their own feet? And do their, at least in those 80% of the cases, who would be able to manage themselves independently.